And Kevin here, coming to you on what looks like a pretty nice week. A little bit of heat out there. I decided to cook some pasta last night in the house. Got a nice hot pot of water going, and all my windows instantly went all like misty, and I couldn't see out. So, barbecue pack.
Barbecue pack.
Much better idea.
Stick outside, stay outside, enjoy the sun, enjoy the grill, and get some things going on. So
don't heat up your house like I did.
No,
it just
it's
doesn't
a terrible
cool down
idea.
at all, ever. It was so hot last night. So yeah, stay outside and do the cooking, because Robin's got you hooked up with some awesome wines, and it looks like from here you did a little cab, which makes sense.
We did a little cab. So I mean, Cabernet Sauvignon is one of our favorite varietals that we like to pair with anything off the grill.
Why make it hard?
Why make it hard? Stick with the classics, stick with what you know, stick with some great value. And we selected 3 from various parts of the world because they all have a little bit something different to offer in their style, coming from different regions. So we've got Argentina, we've got Australia, and we've got one from France as well.
See, France makes sense. Lots of good ones. Australia, always good hitter, good value, but I like what you did with Argentina, because that's an area sometimes I think we forget about. And Durigati makes some amazing wines, and I think that's one of the wineries that maybe a lot of our customers don't know very well. So what do you know about these guys?
Well, I mean, they're pretty new to us. We really kind of just brought them back in the spring a couple of months ago. So they've got their Cabernet. They do have a couple Malbecs on the shelf here as well.
Got a Malbec for you in Argentina.
Well, you have to have some. But it's a couple of brothers. They everything's certified organic. They are unfined and unfiltered, so vegan friendly as well. If you have some vegetarians or vegans coming to your barbecue.
Vegan barbecue, less exciting. You don't see them at my house, but go on.
I know, but I think that we always default to doing a lot of wine pairings or suggestions based on meat, and a lot of people don't realize that not all wines are vegan. So we've actually got 2 of the 3 here. Both the Heartland and the Durigati fall in that category.
Cool.
So it's kind of something to note in case you do have a vegetarian joining you at your party.
Doing a little vegan chili this weekend, because I got
the
daughter's vegetarian, so we're doing a little jackfruit chili. I'm learning a few new moves in my old age, right? So it's not always about the meat.
It's not always.
All right. And you got a little Villa des Anges.
Little Villa des Anges, so another Jeff Carell wine. We've been talking about him a lot, but super, super good value on that. $19.95 regular on the shelf, and all 3 together we've got priced at 15% off, so we're down to $54.95.
$54 for 3 bottles? That's all right.
It's pretty good.
It's a good deal. I could rip through 3 of those at a barbecue this weekend for sure.
No doubt.
I think that's about right too. I think 3 bottles of Cab. I think that's what most people in Calgary do on a little barbecue weekend.
Yeah, and I mean, long weekends, you've always got lots of people going camping and doing that kind of thing too.
Yeah,
so whether you're here or out in the mountains, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's camping right now. And if you don't want to do Cab, and you maybe want to, drink something that's kind of appropriate for the weather.
A little afternoon beverage, or while you're cooking.
Yeah, this might chill you off. You're standing over the hot barbecue before the food is coming off there. It's nice to have something white, something easy going, something fresh.
Thank you.
And this would be the one for me. So pretty excited about this one. Eric Chevalier, so back when you could travel, we were in France at a couple of wine shows, and we found a number of different wineries there. We were focusing on the Loire Valley, so we were out on the west coast of Loire here, so kind of the coolest part of really winemaking in France, but certainly in the Loire Valley. So we're in the Nantes here. So Eric Chevalier owns actually a decent chunk of land out there. The nice thing in this neck of the woods is vineyards aren't so expensive, so not like in Bordeaux or Burgundy where you're paying really top dollar to buy vineyard land. It's a little cheaper there, which reflects in the wine price. So you still get sort of authentic, traditional kind of styles of French wine. Muscadet, which is Melon de Bourgogne. Grape variety, probably don't know. Most people just call it Muscadet, which is fine. You can do that.
And it is important to know that it is not that's not the grape varietal, because I know a lot of people, they'll hear that word and they automatically kind of associate with Moscato, which is a completely different thing.
They jump right in there, which is weird because it's the opposite. So
it's completely
if
different.
If Moscato's here, Muscadet is here. So although they sound alike, Muscadet is kind of the driest, most kind of saline, lean, fresh, crisp, really stony kind of style of wine because it comes from such a cool climate, right?
And a lot of that is picked up from the soil that's there as well, right? Like it actually used to be ocean bed, so you kind of have these old little seashells and granite and things that are hanging out in the bottom of these little vineyards that they're growing out of, and it kind of contributes to that style of the wine too.
Right. It's also really cold, so you have grape variety that matures in the cold, but it doesn't get super boozy. So we're 12% alcohol on this, which is nice and refreshing. This cuvee, he does several different cuvées. This is Clos de la Butte, so it refers to the soil type that this comes from. And this is Côte de Grand Loup, which we don't see too often. We always see Muscadet from the Cervin region, which is the biggest. This is a little further south. These wines tend to be just a little softer. So if you find Muscadet sometimes, or Loire Valley wines sometimes like too austere or too lean for you, this has a little bit more of a floral note, I found. What do you think?
Yeah, it's super pretty, and he ages everything on lees for about 8 to 10 months.
Right.
So keeping the dead yeast cells in there, and it kind of adds this creaminess and richness and texture, because sometimes, again, Melon de Bourgogne can kind of come across being a little bit boring if you don't add a little bit of interest to it. So you kind of balance out that minerality with some texture.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
It's not boring.
Not.
I like this a lot. This is the kind of wine. I mean, obviously, when you're in the coast, you're going to be seafood friendly. You know, that's what people are eating out there. It's kind of the ultimate wine for oysters, right? Everyone always says Muscadet and oysters. Hard to argue that point.
Yeah.
But really, any kind of seafood, fish, you know, even like river fish, any of that. This is going to be an awesome choice for it. So he makes a bunch of other wines too that are well worth checking out. A little Chardonnay, just a little Pinot Noir, messes around with some Grillot Pinot blends. I think his Chardonnay is fascinating. It's like $26, $27, same price as this. And it's really like a more Chablis-like style of Chardonnay. It's like leaner and crisper. So if you like Chard, but you don't like the big oaky ones, you should check this out. But either way, if you're in our neck of the woods, pop by and check out a couple bottles of these. These are super interesting, or you can jump online and get them delivered to your house for free.
You got it.
That's it.